According to a 2011 study by the nonprofit organization Connect Michigan, 44% of Michigan's rural residents are without broadband, either by choice or because it's unavailable. Connect Michigan's mapping efforts indicate that approximately 103,000 households in rural areas are underserved by broadband infrastructure. Most of the areas in the state lacking access are rural areas where agriculture is visible. Agriculture is a business, and like most businesses, it needs broadband access to remain competitive. Connect Michigan is the designated entity for broadband mapping and planning in the state, working in partnership with the Michigan Public Service Commission. Their charge is to unite local governments, businesses, citizens, and broadband providers in the goal of increasing broadband service in the state's underserved areas through access, adoption, and use.
Our primary objective is carried out through three major tasks. One is broadband mapping, broadband research, and broadband community planning. We created the state's first comprehensive map of broadband service. We work with 141 different broadband providers in the state to gather their coverage areas and create a comprehensive map of broadband service. We also do broadband research. We do residential and business technology assessments every year to see how people are using broadband, or if they're not, why aren't they using it? So we can help fill in some of the gaps and make sure people are aware of everything that you can do with technology. And finally, our local technology planning teams are headed up by two community technology advisors that go out and work with local communities at a very micro level and help them develop broadband technology action plans for their local communities.
Harrison, Michigan is the county seat in Clare County. When it comes to community planning and broadband expansion, the Clare County Broadband Network Group sets the standard when it comes to cooperation between local governments, school districts, and businesses. They've connected 4 townships on the east side of the county through the deployment of 150-foot or taller wireless communication towers, with more to go on the west side of the county. Jerry Becker is the Clare County Emergency Management and Homeland Security Director and heads up the group.
What happens in this system is that the government provides basically the infrastructure. The townships are there to provide the tower and the space. The ISP is there to provide the equipment and the backhaul. And by cooperation with the other business leaders and community leaders, such as the libraries and the school districts, it brings it all together. And eventually it ties the whole system together and provides end-user internet service to the population. And also it provides the government internet usage. The internet provider, as part of the agreement between the local governments and the county, they provide service to the township officials. We see this as a benefit to bring business online with the rest of the world. People that want to work from home, people that vacation here that want high-speed internet service. The numbers are there that show that people stay longer while they're on vacation with good high-speed internet service available.
70 miles to the south of Harrison is Plank Farm near Crystal in Montcalm County. It's the site of the Michigan Cattlemen's Association and Michigan State University's Bull Evaluation Station. In March of each year, they hold a bull sale of the finest purebreds that meet specific requirements. The facilitators are convinced broadband could help them reach a whole new level.
We host an auction here the third Saturday of March every year. Typically we'll feed about 110 bulls on test and typically sell right around 70 that make the cut and criteria, which has been established working with the Michigan State University and the Beef Improvement Federation standards for a bull test station. And with that, we're trying to broaden our I guess our buyer base with the high-speed internet, trying to get an on-site video stream here to get it broadcasted throughout the United States to try to bring in some of the real cattlemen in the country to buy some of these high-quality, probably bulls with as much data and proof on their pedigree and genetics and capability as any in the country. And by being able to reach those guys west of the Mississippi with this information, via a computer or television would be, in my mind, virtually priceless to the value of some of these bulls that we can generate just from outside of not just relying on Michigan customers.
Chris Bork is sales manager of Cassair Inc., located in Stanton. In business since 1987, Cassair's mission is to provide affordable broadband internet to local rural residents that would otherwise have no options.
Plain Farms is not unique in the fact that they're in a rural area, they're in the country, they're not near a major interchange of highways. There's no wireline services available down their road, where wireless broadband is an excellent option. Simply the ability to deliver it affordably is about a tenth at minimum of wireline services. And how this works, how this lines up with Cassair is, our business case is really to bring that broadband to the folks that don't have any options. And how we're going to do that here is we're going to, go up 30 feet in the air with an antenna and a mast and pull in a signal from one of our towers 8 miles away and get them enough broadband to be able to power their video needs. And this is a unique application. A lot of folks don't necessarily link agriculture and farming with advanced technology, but that's simply not the case, and especially in the 2000s. In this case, by being able to get bandwidth here and setting up a video stream, we have the ability to take his business from just a local business to potentially a national and who knows, maybe even international type business, where if he has the more people that are going to bid on these cattle, the more opportunity is to drive that price and expand his bottom line and potentially continue to expand his business. And we love doing things like these, especially for family-owned businesses that it's been in the family for 25 years. And for them to migrate to modern technology, and if there's anything that we can do with our unique background of being 20 minutes away in the big town of Stanton, Michigan, having all these modern technology services available and the expertise not only to have them available, but to come in and provide a best practice deployment is really exciting for us to be involved in as well.
Connect Michigan's research indicates a direct correlation between the financial success of businesses with less than 20 employees that utilize broadband to the tune of nearly $6.9 billion in online revenues, and they see farming fitting into this equation.
The biggest part of what we do is building awareness for what broadband can do for you. On our website, www.connectmi.org, we have a place where you can tell us your broadband story. If you're an agriculture business, a rural business in Michigan, we want to hear your broadband story. How is broadband impacting your life? Converse to that, you can also tell us where broadband service is not. We need to know both of those things. We need to know where our maps are wrong, where we can improve access to broadband, and how we can help you. But also telling the story of how you're using broadband will really hopefully inspire other agriculture and rural businesses in Michigan to do the same thing. We want to make sure that we're telling the stories of unique situations where businesses are using broadband in Michigan to do great things.
Along with telling your story at connectmi.org, there's an ever-changing, comprehensive map of broadband service available throughout the state, thanks to the help of 141 broadband providers. There's an interactive map to help locate internet service providers in your area. And there's the Every Community Online section, where you can learn the basics of how to use a computer and the internet through their free online training. Finally, the work of Connect Michigan fits in well with matters of policy of both the American Farm Bureau Federation and Michigan Farm Bureau's Ag Plan under the pillar of increasing market access for agriculture. With Michigan's farmers competing in a global marketplace, it's essential that high-speed broadband access continues to expand into the rural areas of our state.